Hello everyone, thank you for watching today's video. I'm going to talk a little bit about cello pricing. Whenever you're shopping for a cello, what should you expect to pay, and give you kind of an idea about all of that. Before I begin though, I am so sorry to all of you who have sent me emails and written me really kind comments on YouTube. I have been out of town, traveling, doing some music stuff, visiting family, and I have not gotten a chance to respond to the comments and the emails, but I am trying to catch up on all of that over the course of this week. So if I haven't responded to you in about 2 weeks, I'm really sorry, but I will get to that as soon as I can. Okay, so I'm going to go through the price ranges, and I have them written down on my phone. I'm going to go through beginner level, intermediate, advanced, and then professional. And these are not always set prices. A lot of cellos differ from this in terms of pricing. This is just kind of a general outline. So if you are a beginner, you will probably end up spending around $2,000 for a decent beginner cello. You can find some that are much less. You can find one for maybe $800. I think you could even find one for $700, but just know that in the lower ranges, it might be frustrating for you to play, especially if you're a beginner cellist. You might think, I'm not making any progress, I sound terrible. And it's probably not you, probably. It's probably just because the quality of cello that you bought, if it was a little bit cheaper, it keeps you from sounding the best that you can sound. However, if you do go for a cheaper cello, this forces you to work a little bit harder to get a good sound, and so in the end you'll probably be training yourself to do an even better job than if it was easier with a nicer cello. That way, whenever you do get a really nice cello, then you'll start playing and you'll think, oh, I sound amazing, this is so great, because you were able to do really well with not the best instrument. So there are pros and cons to going cheaper or going more expensive, but just know if you are looking for a beginner cello, the max is probably $2,000. If you are looking for an intermediate level cello, it's going to be probably in between $2,000 to $3,000, $4,000 range. That sort of, you're looking at about that much. And again, cheaper might be more frustrating, but you'll have to work a little bit harder. It might make you a bit better of a player, you never know. I just don't want you guys to get frustrated with the sound, so just know that whatever you pay for the cello, that's the kind of sound that you're going to end up getting. For an advanced cello, you'll probably be looking around the 3,000 range to maybe 10,000. I think mine started out a lot more, and then we were able to talk it down. I think it ended up being around 11,000 perhaps. And you can do a lot with those cellos. I think most college students, if they're there for music, they have an instrument in about that price range most of the time. Not everyone, but most of the time. Past this, whenever you get into professional cellos, pricing for that, it can get crazy. So, you know, $30,000, $40,000, it just keeps going on up. But I think the minimum that you could get away with paying for a professional instrument, I don't know, I guess 10,000 maybe. I would probably say more like 12 to 13,000, but you never know. A lot of this really just depends on where you look, and there is a very good instrument shop in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas. Wayne Burak, it's his violin shop. They make their own instruments, repair instruments, and so if you are looking for a new cello, you should definitely look at them. I'll put the link in the video description below. And of course, charmusic.com, whenever anyone asks me, you know, where should I look for an instrument, and if they are wanting to go the online route, I will always send them to charmusic.com. The nice thing about them is that yes, you can order online, but the thing is that they can send the instruments to you, you can try them out, you can play them, and then send back what you don't want. And that way, you know, you're not just buying an instrument blind and hoping for the best. But as far as I know, Char Music is very dependable. I don't think anyone has had a problem with that, and the pricing is fair and good. Whenever you do go to a local instrument shop, or, you know, any of those, I don't know if I should say this, but most of the time you can kind of talk them down sometimes. I have friends who are in that business, so I don't want to say too much about that, but I was able to talk the price down on my cello, and it was very good. It was good for us. I'm glad that we were able to do that. I think another thing to be really cautious of, most of the time people in this business are good, wonderful people who are honest, and they're just really amazing people. But occasionally you will run into the type of people who will try to take advantage of you and sell you an instrument for a lot more than what it's worth. And so you always want to take the cello home, play it, try it out. And this is important. You always want to get another musician's opinion. So have them either play the instrument, stand at the back of the room while you play the instrument, try it out in different settings, go to a recital hall, go to a church, go to an outdoor venue. And that way, especially if that person is experienced in buying their own instruments, they can kind of tell you, like, I don't know if this cello is really worth as much as they're asking for it. But get several opinions, make sure that you really take your time to think about it, make sure that it's worth that amount of money, because this is a serious investment. Whenever you buy an instrument, you're going to be stuck with this for probably many years, and it's a lot of money. So you want to make sure that you're really cautious. And I do have another video about how to shop for a cello, what to look for whenever you're buying, and I go through, I think there are about 10 things that you want to keep in mind, and so definitely go watch that video if you are in the process of looking for an instrument. But other than that, that's really all I had to say today. Those are basic general prices. Not always, but most of the time cellos will fall into those categories. If you have any additional questions or comments, maybe I missed something, put those in the comment section below. If this video helped you, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it if you think it might help anyone else. As always, love what you do, practice well, and share it with others. I hope that this video helped, and I'll see you next week.